Hey guys, Derek Hurley back with you again for another lesson this week. And what we're going to be talking about is smoothies. Smoothies are an integral part of losing weight and weight loss, and it's one of the advantages we now have in modern day as compared to in the past. And smoothies, the reason why they work so well and the reason why they help a lot of people is because to get all the right nutrition and nutrients and everything else. For a lot of people, it's a lot of food. Sometimes it's foods they don't like, or they can't consume that much, or whatever happens to be. The other way where smoothies help is, if you can't get enough meals in throughout the day, it's a good buffer, kind of in between meal type snack to kind of help you to get you to the next meal. There's other ways and different strategies that you can use smoothies as well as meal substitutes or meal replacements, and that works as well doing it that way. But the one thing you want to remember is, all these different things are made to be an aid, to be an assistance, and that's why they're called dietary supplements, because they're supposed to supplement your diet. Don't use them as a crutch, and I mean, it's a great idea, if you want to, here and there maybe miss a dinner or miss a breakfast or miss a lunch or whatever it happens to be and have a smoothie instead. You just don't want to make it a long-term habit. The exception of where I would make that would be breakfast. And the reason why is because breakfast is such a complicated meal. Because of the fact of our choices for protein for breakfast meals, it's really limited. I mean, you have bacon, which obviously a lot of fat. You have eggs, which kind of take some time to cook, and you do have some fat along with it, unless you're just eating the white. But outside of those two, I mean, there's ham, there's some different things, but really nothing is a good, healthy choice. So the reason why I recommend for most people to start each morning off with a smoothie is because it's going to give you all the protein that you're going to need. If you're blending frozen fruits and you're putting it with, orange juice or some type of natural juice as the base, right there for most people, and sadly or not, but it's more fruit than they're used to getting in an entire week, and you're getting in your first breakfast, first meal, of the week. And if you can do that on a daily basis, it's a great way to kind of kickstart your day, and it really provides that fuel for the fire. One of my Great American Teaching lessons that I did recently, yeah, I asked a kid, and he was a Boy Scout. How do you start a fire? Can you just light a log with a lighter? He said no, and I said, well, why? He said it won't get hot enough. So I said, okay, well, how do you go about doing that then? He goes, well, you need something quick and easy to burn. And he goes, something that I would call fuel. And I'm like, okay, keep going. And so he started explaining, something quick and easy to burn and something flammable and things like that. And so I had him stop, and I told him to equate that, and I told the rest of the class, now think of that as dieting. And so what you want to do is, if you start in the morning with something easy to burn, highly flammable, easy to digest, like a smoothie, it's just going to be able to jumpstart your metabolism for the whole day and kind of kickstart things into gear to be able to start breaking down things for the rest of your meals and to kind of get that metabolism going. So some different things for smoothies. All my articles, all our different information and things like that we get are from different reading sources here. And what I try and do is, for you as an individual, it's always going to be tough to read every single sort of publication or every type of research. So what we try and do is take in as much as we can. We subscribe to magazines, newsletters, email alerts, all sorts of different things. And we try and distill it down and cipher everything to get to the point and give you the best information that we can. That way you're not having to filter through all the other stuff. Some of the different things in this lesson, it's called Smooth It Yourself. And it's talking about a price-conscious way to make smoothies, to have a healthier diet and have a healthier lifestyle. A couple of different things it goes through. We'll go through 5 different tips it gives. One is use the right ratio of liquids. So if you're looking for a 16-ounce smoothie, you want to start with 8 to 10 ounces of your liquid, put a cup to 2 cups of frozen fruit, and then your protein powder. Now you always want to add your protein powder first before you put the frozen fruit in, and then you blend it up that way. They suggest don't using ice. I also suggest don't using ice. Their second recommendation is using frozen fruit instead. Frozen fruit will still make it very cold. It'll keep your shake firm and everything else. When you add ice, you tend to water it down. Thick tricks is the next thing it has on here. So what it says is, for a thicker milkshake style smoothie, try adding either like a cup of Greek yogurt. Plain is always going to be best because plain is not going to have any additional sugar. Also adding a banana. Adding some wheat germ. Wheat germ is a great alternative that you can put in, or an additive to put into a smoothie. It's going to add fiber, it's going to help for digestion and some other things. Mixing it up. Don't get bored with everything. So, don't do the same, orange juice, banana, protein powder smoothie every single day. Vary things up. And some of the different things it says is to try, different types of rice milks, different types of fruit juices. My rule of thumb for juices is, as long as it doesn't say sugar in the added ingredients, you're okay. There's always going to be natural sugar found in fruit juice because there's sugar in fruit. But the biggest thing you want to look for, no added sugar onto that. And then the last thing it says is master the blender. Master the blender is very simple, but a lot of people don't get that. And having made however many smoothies at this point in my life, it's something that I've picked up along the way too. You want to start on the lowest setting you possibly can for 20 to 30 seconds until you stop hearing all that ice getting hit around, and then you can start to turn it up higher and then turn it on to high. If you go to a Starbucks, a McDonald's, or wherever else, listen to their blenders. They're automated and they start low, they go faster, and they finish low. So it'll give you the best smoothie without having it froth up and end up being like a 30-ounce smoothie. So that's our tip this week. Drink the smoothies. Use them as meal replacements. Sporadically if you have to, but really use them as snacks. Use them as in between times. Use them as desserts, and most importantly, use them for breakfast. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach me at Derek DEREK at slimfitdiet.com, or you can reach us by phone 727-851-SLIM. See you next time, guys.